See if I remember where we're... Well, first, let me grab all the things here. I got a bridge officer, which actually reminds me... Apparently I got a bridge officer from that. Let me check. Like I said, I might have to go and... 23rd century... Yeah. Fortunately, unfortunately, no, I don't have it. Still, I'm still probably going to have to. I like how I have a ripped. I like how I have a ripped uniform. This is a. Oh my god, this fucking thing in my face. This is a tactical officer. Oh, yeah, we're already here. Drazona Station. Oh, that's right. We're doing the Spectres mission. Actually, before I do that, and any more on this map? Okay. Let me check my overview. Little bit, not a whole lot. And here's the station. Let's go in.
Welcome to Josana. You're cleared for docking. We have everything you need for shore leave, and a few things that you didn't even know you wanted. Shopping, drinking, dining, entertainment. You'll find it all here. And don't forget the 77th rule of acquisition. If you break it, I'll charge you for it.
Alright. We're going to dock and we're going to go in. Not sure where we should start, but intelligence shows that Balan is a Ferengi to talk to if you're looking for information. He's a bartender, so we should look for him in the lounge area. Oh god, is this the one where I have to fix the... Is this the one where I have to fix the stuff? I can't remember what is all the stuff you have to go around and mess with the things.
Get your Comet cocktails! 4.7% discount for the next 3 minutes. Welcome to Drazona Station, the home of the finest libations and pleasures this side of Rex. Care to hear about today's specials? Have you tried the Comet cocktail? It's out of this world.
Okay, what about...
You've arrived at the right time. It's almost the day of the comet. Driffin's Comet is going to pass close enough to the station to frost the viewports. And this is the only place in the sector where you can celebrate in style. We've got Comet cocktails in keepsake glasses, Comet trail mix, Comet ice cream cores, and 47 flavors. So relax, enjoy the games, have a drink, and pick up some souvenirs for your crew. You'll probably want to send a few trinkets back home to let the folks know that you were at Drazona Station when the comet arrived. Good team.
Alright, hold on. Actually, I do want to come over here. Oh, do they not have a... Huh. I guess they don't. I guess they in fact do not have the Comet cocktails. I'm not. Whatever. Okay, whatever.
Have you tried the... Aren't we all? Me? I want a leggy Vulcan with a liberal attitude toward interspecies relations. So, are you looking for someone in particular, or just some company?
Her name is Zamara. Do you know her?
Oh yeah, I know Samara. Maybe she's been here recently, and maybe she hasn't. My memory is kind of hazy.
Perhaps we can make some sort of arrangement.
Yeah, I'm sure we can. In fact, I feel my memory clearing up already. I tell you what, I know you Starfleet types aren't big on Latin, but what you do have are skills and a willingness to get your hands dirty. That's what I need right now. Our replicators are on the fritz. Maybe it's a whole power system because the lights are going wonky too. But a little blue mood lighting isn't as big a problem for me as unfilled drink orders. Go to the cargo bay and get my replicators working. By the time you're done, I'm sure I will have remembered where I last saw Zamara.
So yes, it is. So yes, it is indeed this mission. Hopefully I can remember how to do this. And yep, there go. Yep, there is all the Davidians just floating around everywhere. Alright. Input request. Action unavailable. Replicators are offline due to diminished function of electroplasma distribution network. So, run diagnostic. Okay. Run diagnostic on electroplasma distribution net. 30% drop in power reported on Deck 1. Replicators are offline until power fluctuations are repaired. What must be done to restore power? Power must be rerouted through systems to relieve strain on the EPS conduits. The following systems are available for this process: holosuites, gravity control, replicators, environmental controls, and defense grid. 6 connections are required to stabilize the power grid. Hail the engineering team. Alright. Captain, the biggest problem you're going to have repairing anything on that station is the age of the system and the general lack of maintenance. Drazona was built in the mid-23rd century, and many of the systems on the station haven't had a major update in more than a century. So you're dealing with an EPS system that just can't handle the strain of running modern equipment like replicators. I did some digging on our database and found a log made of Starfleet Corps of Engineers officer who visited the station in the early 24th century and made repairs to the EPS system. The log says that you need to regulate the power flow by routing it through various subsystems. It's almost like you're using those systems as ancient circuit breakers. What do you suggest? The first thing you should try is scanning some of the damaged systems and power couplings of the cargo bay. You should learn more about how to properly realign the relays. When you find a snarl of wires and cables that look like they've been chewed on by voles, you realize that not every system may be used to make successful reroute. Some systems may need more than one connection. Looks like someone used an outdated power coupling to connect the gravity control to the main power feed. It must have been an emergency fix, but it's been here so long that the coupling's fused and cannot be removed. Gravity control can connect to the environmental control and the defense grid, but not the replicators. Holosuites have a separate environmental control system, so they can be finely tuned for temperature conditions appropriate to the various scenarios that are running at any given time. Environmental controls cannot connect to the holosuites. Milan found a way to keep the station's ancient bar coolers working by connecting to the cooling systems to the replicators. Unless that connection is maintained, all the refrigeration units will go offline. Replicators must have a connection to the environmental controls. The EPS relays on the station are a maze of shunts and relays, with patches going through the unrelated systems and even to power cells that are being used to boost flow in critical areas. 6 connections are required to stabilize the power grid. Klingons who ran the station in the early 24th century made significant improvements to the station's shields and added turret weapons. While it made the station more defensible, it also increased the amount of energy needed to keep the station's defense grid. The fourth connection must be to the defense grid. There is a shunt that's slowly diverting energy from the station's power core to hollow emitters installed in some of the lower levels of the station. You'll need to compensate for the energy drain and to restore replicator functions. The connection must end with the system which you are attempting to restore power. Now, the Ferengi operators on the station have made replicator function their top priority. The replicators are now tied with every available system, including life support. Start with the connection to the replicators, or the connection will fail. So, let's see if I can remember. No. Start here. Start here, start here. Yeah, it's power here. Power there. No. Trying to remember. Power here, power there. Okay, we route the power here. Power here. Okay. Okay. Holosuite's gravity control replicators. So where... Yeah, it's got to start... Got to start here. There. I think Holosuite's is third. Oh, nope. Tell me. Six connections are required to stabilize the power grid. Yeah, 6 connections. The fourth one is to the defense grid. Replicators, okay. So the fourth one is to the power. I think. Okay, that's the third. Fourth one's over here to the fitness grid. And I do remember which one I need to go back to after the defense grid. It took a couple of tries, but it came back to me here. Yeah, environmental. Yeah, you gotta do environmental controls twice. And boom. There we go. Now we can go back. We can go back and report that we fixed the replicators. Yeah, it took me. It just took me a little while to remember how the hell to do that. I think we got to go down here, and I just need one more deal on the breach on my main Starfleet character, and then I can buy the rest of them.
Get your common cocktails. 4.7% discount for the next 3 minutes to Drosana Station, the home of the fine. Have you tried the common cocktail? It's out of this world.
Okay, your replicators are working.
They are, and I am exceedingly pleased by your generous offer to repair them for no compensation. I can't let you go away empty-handed, though. How about I give you a 15% discount on drinks and souvenirs for an amount of time to be determined by management?
We had a deal. Replicators for information about Zamara.
Fine. A deal's a deal, right? Never let it be said that I'll cheat a valued customer like yourself. Personally, I don't know why you're so interested in her. She's a looker, but just try talking to her. She's more paranoid than an Obsidian Order agent in a room full of Tal Shiar. Zamara usually hangs out near the Dabo tables. Keep an eye out for a looker wearing purple. You can't miss her.
Alright. So, if I remember correctly, she is over here.
Be careful. They're watching. I'm not in the mood for a chat right now, thanks.
Okay, what can I do to help?
Find out who's watching me. I'm not safe here. The Klingons are looking for me. They know someone has been feeding intelligence to Starfleet. The ghosts are always watching. Their eyes are hungry. Yesterday, they surrounded a drunken Klingon.
Round and round it
Now
goes.
he's dead. They will find me when the blue light shines, and then I'll disappear.
Yeah, I know what these ghosts are.
How could you know that? You may think you know. You may even have readings in your tricorder that you think are right, but you don't know. How could you know? I'm here every day. They watch me, and I watch them.
I could take you someplace safe.
No, they're everywhere. They're watching. You've been here too long. Someone will notice that we're together. Go do something else. Play Dabo. I'll contact you when I'm ready, when it's safe.
We gotta come over here and use the... Can I not use the Dabo table?
Can't you see I'm busy losing all my latinum?
Sorry, my mistake. Why can I not use the Dabo table? Yeah, I don't know if I have the, I don't know if I have the latinum. So what they told me to do is, of course, I don't think.
Can't you see?
Alright.
Can't you see I'm...
Okay, so why am I not able to use the Dabo table? What's this? Oh. Well, unfortunately, I don't have the stuff for this trainer candle. Ah. Okay. Let me beam up to my ship and then come back down. I don't know what's going on. I should be able to use I should be able to use my energy credits with this.
Welcome to Josana.
Let's see if that fixed it. Okay, there it is.
Spin the wheel and win.
I hope that wasn't always. I don't think that was always there. So, and there we go.
Starfleet is a licensed craft of Borg Enterprises. Davo!
Was that a?
Close enough. I couldn't wait for you to get that lucky. We would have been here all night. Psst. Zamara wants me to give you a message. She wants you to know, if you're interested in finding out what's really going on here at Josana Station, you need to check out the lower levels. I have an access code for you that will get you past the security doors. If you want to talk with her again, I suggest you collect your winnings and catch her before she leaves.
Alright.
Be careful. They're watching. I'm not in the mood for a chat right now, thanks.
Okay, are you ready to talk now?
You don't need to worry about me. I'm going to leave this place to the ghosts. They seem to belong here more than we do. I've booked passage on a ship. You don't need to know which one. Just tell Drake He'll keep getting his intel, one way or another. Good luck. You're going to need it. Watch yourself.
Alright. Captain, there were Davidians on Donna 2 system. Now that you found evidence of them again on Drazona Station. Obviously, they're using the neutral zone as some sort of feed ground, and that puts dozens of worlds at risk. I've requested sensor data from ships close to the comet's current location for analysis, but that is only half of our problem. If properties of the comet are somehow easing the Davidians' entry into this area of space, how do we stop them? Recommendations? The closest research facility is Deep Space K7. I recommend that we consult with the team there.
Welcome to Drozana.
We
You're
got to go
cleared
to
for
sector
docking.
space and head
we
out.
have everything you need for Sorley. And
Oh my God, he's
things that you
still
didn't
talking.
Even know you want. Drinking, dining, entertainment. You'll find it all here. And don't forget
He's
the
still-
77th rule of acquisition. If you break it, I'll charge you for it.
He's still talking even though I'm in sector space. Ooh. Yes, please. And need to have a look. Look, inventory's not as wide on this character as it is on some of the others. So we're gonna go over here to K7, which, if I'm not mistaken, was a original series thing, which is actually appropriate given the ship that I'm using. That fucking Odyssey class starship has like a Borg shit on it. Alright, welcome to Deep Space K7. Would you like to dock? Yes, we would. So let's go in and... Alright. Gotta go through here, apparently. If I remember correctly, I think this is where we get the special weapon that we use for dealing with the Davidians.
How can I help you?
Alright, there are Davidians in the neutral zone.
So that explains why Drake was interested in the prototype. It was a complete failure at detecting polarization cloaks. But if I added a phase modulator and reversed the polarity, these modifications should be no problem. And when I'm done, this beam will pack quite a punch against phase-shifted Davidians. I'll forward the weapon on to Drake as soon as I'm done. Be careful. The Davidians won't stop. I'm afraid we'll have to be ready to fight. Good luck.
Alright. Captain, we've done what we can for Zamara. We have the information we need about the Davidians, and Lieutenant Kelpo is working on a weapon we can use to fight them. I suggest we report back to Drake and see what he has to say. He's never forthcoming with his information, but the more we know about him and his operation, the more we'll learn about Section 31. Are you ready to leave the system? Yes, I am.
Good work. Zamara may think she has slipped my noose, but I always have ways of keeping tabs on her. I take special care to know all about people in whom I have an interest. But you already know that, don't you? The ghosts that Zamara mentioned concern me, however. You already encountered Davidians once. It's likely they're on Drazana Station as well. And I won't let them use Federation citizens as food. Lieutenant Kalapo has completed work on the synchronic distortion prototype rifle. It should help you when you're ready to enter the lower levels of Drazana. Drake out.
Of course, that's sort of...
Congratulations, Commander.
Of course, that's what I'll take.
It's clear the Davidians are more of a problem than we initially thought. We know they're in the neutral zone. Now we know they're on Drozana Station as well, and according to Zamara, there have already been deaths there. In addition, she indicated that the lower levels of the station were a trouble spot. Those levels aren't used as part of the club there, and they haven't been maintained for years, and Ferengi are, of course, quite reticent to put any effort into maintenance that isn't absolutely necessary. That means we don't really know what's down there. Zamara's code should get you access. Take a lift down and check it out. Previous Starfleet encounters with Davidians have indicated that they will create nests around the temporal portals they use, so keep an eye out for anomalies. If we find the portal, we'll know where and when the Davidians are feeding. Oh, and I expect it to be messy down there. Don't forget to take an emergency beacon.
Alright.
Until next time.
So before I go... Where is the, where the hell is it? I know I accepted it. Did I not, Ah, there you are. There it is. And back over to the station. So let's go over and let's take care of the Davidians. My temporal escort ship. What is this one? Well, obviously I can't use it. For some reason I don't understand. I got equipment that's higher level than I am. Right. Gotta go down to the lower
Welcome
levels.
to Drozana.
Of course. I guess this is where everybody's hanging out right now. Sir, I'm reading temporal fluctuations and triolic energy in the levels of the station. Staying down here for too long could be hazardous. The interference may also make it difficult to contact the ship or get transport lock if we need an emergency beam out. This level is primarily contains power junctions and EPS conduits for the rooms above us. We need to reach the maintenance lift and take that down to the computer core. This box of emergency supplies isn't just lying around. Balan probably bartered with a Nausicaan pirate for it. I recognize these flashlight drones. Hands-free hover systems and programmed to shift in response to your movement. Not the most reliable design, though. Triolic waves. There must be Davidians nearby. I expect that we'll see more as we approach the area with the greatest concentration of triolic energy. Sir, I'm picking up some indeterminate readings from behind the door to our left. However, the interference from the triolic waves are making it hard to get accurate scans at a distance. And... looks like the door's stuck, sir. We'll have to find another way around. One of the side maintenance passages should have an alternative route. Oops. Meanwhile, getting attacked by spiders while we're trying to... Getting attacked by spiders while we're trying to check things out here. Oh. Yeah, part of the damn ceiling just sort of fell on me there. There's something in here. Yep, more spiders. And use the proton rifle. Alright, yeah, they must also be behind us too. This one. Okay, take that. The Davidians are definitely getting more aggressive. They could have a lair somewhere in the lower levels. If they do, they'll become increasingly more violent as we get closer to their territory. The synchronic proton rifle has a significant effects against the Davidians. The proton beam mode will be especially effective while the Davidians are phase shifted. Come over here, use the panel. Someone's put the lift on emergency lockdown. We'll have to override the lockdown code. We'll have to override the lockdown code to access it. That should do it. That should do it. I wonder why someone locked down the lift in the first place. Probably, probably to keep us out. Things like that. This isn't the computer core level. Sir, it appears the lift is stuck. We're somewhere on a maintenance level for environmental controls and waste recycling. We'll need to track down the damaged junctions on this floor and repair or bypass them before we can take the lift to the computer core level. Oh, more spiders. Captain, the door. We're locked in.
Log entry supplemental. The strange power fluctuations are related to the problems in the power subsystems on the upper decks. So I'm looking into the possibility of feedback damage or spikes in the environmental systems. It could take some time to find the problem and make repairs, though. Particularly if I need to use the replicators to create replacement components. But Balan is loath to allow use of the replicators for anything more than blood wine and vermilion sand peas. This is dirty, uncomfortable, and thoroughly disagreeable work. Naturally, as soon as the job involves mucking around in the recycled atmosphere and waste processing, I get the short straw.
Alright. If I'm not mistaken, we're probably going to find... Let's make sure we're not going to get attacked. Nope, they saved that for after I fix the relay. Boom. Yeah, I think that's probably gonna happen every time we fix something, if I remember correctly. Oh, no. Nope, this time it actually happened before I got through the relay. Beam. And boom. That takes care of that one. straight ahead, and I think there should be...
Hello? Is someone out there? Please, help me.
The voice is coming from the communications console on the wall, Captain.
Hello? Is someone there?
Who is this?
Please, you have to help me. I came down here to check on one of the atmosphere regulators, and someone shot me.
Who shot you?
I'm not sure. I didn't get a good look. He was so fast. Please, you have to find a way to open this door and get me out of here.
Alright, I'm activating the manual override. Try to reach the release lever.
Oh, Prophet, no. He's back. No.
And... Alright. Alright, multiple phaser burns and contusions. Sir, this woman was murdered. The wounds are still warm. She was killed just a few seconds ago. There's no other exits or entrances in this room, and transporters are offline. How could she be killed if she was alone in a locked room? There's something over here.
Log entry supplemental. I've upgraded a few of the components on this level, including remote overrides.
More damn spiders while I'm trying to... More damn spiders while I'm trying to listen to this.
Log entry supplemental. I've upgraded a few of the components on this level, including remote overrides for bleed valves on environment controls, hollow emitters to expedite further repairs, and security overrides in case of emergency. I'm starting to suspect that the low-level radiation I've detected on these decks has affected the station inhabitants, and that some are showing signs of transient acute schizophrenia and paranoia. I'll have to maintain contact silence for now, so that they don't interfere while I'm trying to repair the systems. Once I've corrected the problems causing the radiation leaks, we can deal with the symptoms. Log entry supplemental. My work here would take far longer than I originally anticipated. Fortunately, I've engaged a safety interlock on the maintenance lift, so no one will come down here without me knowing about it. I found several program errors that have purged the affected subroutines. The work is much easier now. Soon, everything will be under control.
Alright. Lights flashing blue, so we're probably gonna find Davidians.
Barnacle, I see you. Barnacle, what will you do?
Yeah, run through. I think what we're looking for is through here. Pretty sure. Ah, there's the there he is. Yep, he just vanished. Okay, so not so not Davidians on that one. Yeah, might want to back up.
Barnacle, dress I red. Barnacle, soon you'll be dead.
There he is. Oh shit, I did not even realize. Well, I knew I was under attack, but I didn't realize that I would be attacked by Davidians. Okay, guys, I'm sort of, dead here. Oh, there's... Yeah, no, it was the malfunctioning hologram there, but so is... Yeah, that's what it is. It is a malfunctioning hologram. A malfunctioning hologram. No wonder. The trialic energy would have degraded the program and caused instability, and the Davidians didn't bother it because it had no neural energy for them to feed upon. So it looks like the encryption key for the door might correspond to a subroutine embedded in the hologram's mobile emitter. We should be able to use it to open the door. Mobile emitters are still rare outside of Starfleet, Captain. The staff here must have been quite a lot of latinum to obtain one. If you ask me, Balan might be selling more than drinks and Dabo. It would be best if someone kept an eye on him, but I have a feeling that Franklin Drake is doing just that. And if I'm not mistaken, we should be able to go over here now and head to the lower levels of the station after that little mess. This is it. We made it to the computer core level. On the station, the core itself is down a long ramp area, past some regulator rooms. We should head there as quickly as possible. Another locked door. This one doesn't seem to have any special codes. We should be able to open it from the secondary security console just down the hallway. And if I'm not mistaken, should be right here. Oh, Davidians. Must be... Oh, no. There we... Okay, so yeah, we have... So yeah, we had to take care of the Davidians there. Then unlock the door. And now we got to head down this way. I think this is... Yeah. Through this doorway and down the ramp. There are two exits from both along the same wall. To head towards the core, we need to take the southernmost door on the east wall. Follow the hallway and then... Oops. There's a body there. Can I not scan the body? Come on. There we go. Sir, this person is from the 23rd century. The Davidians must be bringing their victims through time. We have to stop them before they're responsible for any other deaths. They could disrupt the timeline. Oh, over here. Yep, that's a bunch of Davidians, all right. If I recall the details, this is some. If I recall the details, this sort of station. If I recall the details of this sort of station correctly, sir, the computer core usually has intrusion countermeasure defense to prevent enemies from stealing or sabotaging critical computer elements. Perhaps with your technical training, you could reactivate those defenses to assist in fighting the Davidian incursion. Oh. Not going in, not getting in this room without fighting some Davidians first. Now. Not entirely sure if that actually did anything. This appears to be a regulator room for the computer core power system. The Davidians are probably leeching power from the station to keep their gate active. We could use the console to set up a power spike that could trigger near the computer core, which might disrupt the Davidians and their gate. Yep, not too surprising. As soon as we enter, there's the Davidians. I got a tribble. Alright. Then we gotta go down again. Anything about this room? This looks like a field control station. Field control station for the lower levels of the station. We could set up a field system here so that we can activate them in the computer core area to counteract the Davidians' phasing abilities that would push them out of sync with our universe. Which, of course... No Davidians? Surprisingly... Or are they going to attack me? No. Oh, no. Just a bunch of spiders this time. Not Davidians this time. It's just a bunch of spiders. They're the Davidians, though. I don't remember if there was something I needed to do in here before I take care of these enemies. There we go. Now, is there something else? No. Ah, there is. Portal's energy level is dropping. Okay. Think that's it. Oh, he moved over here. And the phantasm is nearly dead. Boom. There we go. Sir, the Davidians' time portal heads back to the 23rd century. There's no telling how much trouble the Davidians may be causing in the past, where the technology to detect them just doesn't exist. Once we get the readings from the portal, we should take them back to Deep Space K7. Their computer facilities are far more extensive than what we have on the Eagle. They might be able to find a way to shut down the portal. Scan it, which is... the distortion from the portal is intense here, and it's difficult to process all of this information. We should at least be able to compensate enough to beam out, though. We need to take this information back to the nearest starbase, K7, for analysis. The computers are powerful enough to process it. And we gotta beam out. Said we gotta beam out.
How are you gonna spend your...
And we have to warp out.
Welcome to Josana. You're cleared for docking. We have everything
There's a
you need for sorting.
Romulan warbird right there.
Shopping, drinking, dining, entertainment.
Alright, let's head back to...
You'll find
Let's
it
head
all
back...
here.
Oh my god, he's still
And
talking.
don't forget the 77th rule of acquisition. If you break it, I'll charge you for it.
My god, he's still blathering on while I'm trying to get out of here. So, okay, so yeah, I don't think I have just communication. Okay, communications already. All right, yeah, nothing's loading up there that I can do. Let's go. Let's head back. And dock, and we need to dock with the station. Welcome to space. Yes, Deep Space K7. Would you like to dock? Yes, we would. I'm not entirely too sure. He had like on a Discovery. He is on like a Discovery uniform. I could have sworn that they haven't started that yet. Anyways, analyze this. Yeah, that's okay. Preliminary analysis. Temporal incursion consistent with the Davidian time portal technology. Appropriate linked date, stardate 2715.6. Earth standard year 2265. Davidian portal based on phase-shifted tachyon spin, supported by draw from Drazona Station power supply. Can the portal be safely closed or used? Portal suffers from instability due to quantum particle entanglement with phase-shifted particles. Portal can be enlarged or accessed with modulated directed energy when a phase-shifted entangled matter reaches critical point. Sir, this means that when the triolic energy surges peak, we could remodulate an energy weapon or even a hand phaser to use a portal and travel back in time. We could stop the Davidians at the source. Alright.
Now that we know the Davidians have a portal to the past and approximately where they are focusing their attention, I see no other choice than to send you and your crew back there to stop them before they kill again. I'll be honest, time travel is a tool. At times, it is a useful one. I know Starfleet has hundreds of regulations about temporal incursions, but my job is to preserve the Federation, not make Admiral Quinn and the rest of the suits at Starfleet Command happy. If we break a few rules along the way, so be it. I need to make some preparations before you can proceed. I will contact you when the time is right. Drake out. Until next
Congratulations,
time.
Commander.
Obviously, the Davidians have found a way to harness this surge of triolic energy. The existence of the Davidian portal means they're traveling freely between the station in the present and in the past. Since 23rd century technology can't detect the Davidian phase shift, that time period is rife with potential victims. The only choice now is to stop the incursion at the source. You'll have to take that portal into the past and find out how the Davidians are creating this new surge of triolic energy. Stop them and find a way back without altering the timeline. Don't worry about temporal investigations. I'll pull a few strings. They'll never know you were gone. Best to keep your team small, just in case.
And a twin phaser beam array.
Until next time.
I don't remember, didn't I? I think I already have a twin phaser beam array on my ship. I guess I'll have one. I guess I'll have another one. So we got to go back to Drazona and do the mission. Actually, kind of funny. We're going back to the 23rd century since that's where we started. Granted, of course, I don't remember when exactly we started. I don't remember when exactly we started in the 23rd century, but we did start in the 23rd century. On this particular character, anyways. So. Okay, so this is considered part of the Okay, so this is considered, on this particular character, it's considered part of the Klingon War. That's right. Kind of an odd place to put it, but oh well.
Welcome to Josan.
No, stop. Gonna go. I think these two guys were here last time I came here. Yeah, I need a science officer. A properly modulated energy discharge should allow us to use the portal to follow the Davidians back through time. Once we get there, though, it might be a bit trickier getting back. We should bring a few people as possible to minimize the chance of distorting the timeline. Whoops. Oh, we actually have to shoot it, don't we? We're still in Drazona Station, sir, just in the pass. We need to be very careful here, Captain. If we damage the station or injure anyone, we could damage the timeline irrevocably. Even if Drake doesn't care about the Temporal Prime Directive, we should. We're still Starfleet officers, after all. Set weapons to heavy stun. We're still in the computer core, Captain. Strange. I wonder why nobody's here. From what I remember about this time period, there should be someone here. Even just a technician. If we could find the right parts, we could cobble together a subspace field emitter, and perhaps get an idea of what the Davidians are doing here. But using 23rd century technology will make it much more difficult. The Federation won't develop ways to detect the subspace variances that the Davidians use until almost a century from now. I'll make a list of the equipment here that we can fine-tune the Drazona Station's sensor array. We'll probably find the regulator component somewhere near the computer core, and an induction coil on the power systems level. If I remember correctly, the station is in the lockdown. No wonder there's nobody here. The station is on medical alert. Non-essential personnel are confined to quarters, and the computer core is locked down. Unfortunately, the lockdown works in both ways. And we can get in, but we can't get out. Like for us, these old systems have some well-documented problems. Shouldn't be too difficult to override the controls. Sir, these old duotronic computers have a memory fault that makes them susceptible to overloads. An overload could cause it to lose process, like the one locking the door to the computer core. In this century, there shouldn't be any task that could overload them, but there's an infamous 24th century warp geometry problem that would be insoluble with the processing power available to this computer. If we set this console to divert processing to parts of the problem, we might be able to cause a memory overwrite that would make the computer lose its security lockdown. We need to overflow the memory banks. Use the consoles to switch processes to different memory banks until all of them are working. The main memory console should tell us which ones are currently queued, available, and which ones are working. When all the memory banks are working, the system will overflow to its available memory and the interlock on the doors should release. Switch memory banks 1, 2, and 3 till all of them are working. Okay. So, bank 1 is working. Bank 1's queued. Alright. Yeah, that's right. So, if I remember correctly... Now, someone said that one of my regular viewers said that Scotty was in this mission. I don't think Lieutenant Commander Scott is actually in this particular mission. I think that's the mission after this one that Scotty's in. Anyways, enough from. So where is? Yeah, 1 and 3 are working. Okay. Is this number... Number 2 is queued. So where is the other... Ah, it's over here. So this is 1 and 2. So the one up there is 1 and 3. Now I think I need to go back. Go back and queue up 1 and 3. 2 is queued, so. Of course, if I need to, I could always go back and reset them. And boom, that did it. The door should now be open. Yeah, I don't know if this person here is going to actually say anything, mainly because my uniform is.
What are you doing down here? This station is on medical alert. Nobody's supposed to be in the computer core area but me. Hey, is that a weapon? Don't try anything, or I'll have to stun you.
I'm lost.
The lift shouldn't have let you come down to this level. How did you get here?
I was stuck on the lift when the station went to alert. This is where it let me out.
You should have used the intercom to call for assistance. It's not safe to move about the station during a medical alert.
Right. I should get back to the main station areas.
Follow me. I'm going to call security for an escort.
But if I'm contagious, won't that be dangerous?
I guess you're right. Look, just go up to the maintenance lift, get to the emergency medical center as soon as possible, and get checked out. There's a doctor up there who has set up a triage center for the affected patients.
Thanks. Alright. Now, if I remember correctly, surprisingly, I don't. Because I think there's something in here. He doesn't seem to care that we just went into a room, so. Okay, found. Oh, yep, see, there he goes. Although, if I'm not mistaken, there is. So I'm reading a patrol team in here. Since the station's a medical alert, they'll probably follow good standard patrol pattern. Might be able to sneak past them or even lock them in one of the side rooms. And there we go. And guess what? They're locked in. So make sure. Hopefully that wasn't. Oh. Okay, so obviously that wasn't one of the. Obviously that wasn't one of the rooms we needed to go in. That being said, I think there is someone in here. More trialic waves. There must be Davidian somewhere in the station in this time period. Oh no! Don't do that.
Oh hey, you shouldn't be here. You should get up to the quarantine area.
What are you working on?
Oh, just running a level 3 diagnostic on the subsystem. The computers on the station are state of the art. I can simulate an entire copy of the station and display every piece of it as a wireframe model.
Oh, perhaps you could show me?
I'm really busy with this diagnostic. Sorry. You really should go up to the quarantine area. Excuse me. Oh, hey. You shouldn't be.
What are you working?
Oh, just running a level 3 diagnostic on the subsystem.
That's impressive.
I know, isn't it? I'm very fortunate to be able to work here. Working on a station like this really strikes home just how modern and new everything is.
Isn't this subsystem tied to the main computer core?
Yes, although it has its own memory and subprocessor as well. It can even work in parallel with the computer core's main processor.
What happens when you tie it in with the main computer's memory?
Here, I'll show you. That's odd. The core isn't responding to my request. I need to go talk to Lieutenant Myers. Make sure you get up to the quarantine area and get checked out by the doctor.
Alright. And there she goes. There we go. Warning. Improper access may cause injury and / or death. I think one of those is in fact worse than the other. Disable all the power taps before servicing. Discharge static electricity before contact with leads. Unlock safety cage prior to access and clamp data. Okay, so disable all the power taps. Boop. There, discharge the. I think the tribbles are. I think the damn tribbles are in there eating my food. No. Bad tribbles. Okay. Disable power taps, discharge the static. Hold on, let's start over. Yeah, disable all up. Yeah, isn't that disconnect? Discharge. Okay, so yeah, touch. Discharge static electricity. Okay, and remove the computer monitor. And take the thing. There we go. I think we need to go. Oh, nope. Nope. I'm wrong. We need to go this way. Obviously that patrol hasn't figured it. Obviously that patrol hasn't figured out how to use the door. This isn't the power distribution level. Security's overridden the turbolift. They must have detected our arrival. Station security will probably be here in a minute now. If we're going to get out of this without a fight, we better look for alternatives quickly. We'll have to find a console that we can use to override the turbolift so we can keep going. If I'm not mistaken, yes, we gotta climb through here. Another group of Starfleet officers ahead. If we're cautious, we might be able to avoid them while they aren't looking. So,
hold it right there.
Was that a? Oh, that was weird. I could have sworn I heard a guy's voice come out of a female character. And my personal shields are kinda low. For some reason they're still standing like a. Alright. Okay, for some reason they're still standing up and I don't. Still standing up and I don't know why. That being said, we got through. We did have to fight. We did have to. No, I don't want to do that. We did have to fight one group, but that wasn't too difficult. Sir, we should be able to find an induction coil on this level as part of the power system. Then we simply need to rig the subspace inducer to the sensor array, and we can pinpoint the Davidian's incursion. You there. Don't just stand there. Come over here and give me a hand. People are dropping like flies on the station, and it's all I can do to keep up. What's going on? Some kind of illness affected the people on the station. Blue flashes and ghost stories. There has to be a reason for it, and we need to stop it. People are dying here. Alright, what do you need me to do? As far as I can tell... Excuse me. As far as I can tell, all these people reported seeing these strange blue flashes of light. Now they're all dying. They're worse than dead. Their brains are gone. Whatever this disease is, it's suppressing brain activity at an alarming rate. It's almost as if the energy between the neurons was being removed somehow. The blue flashes seem to be associated with a strange form of radiation, so we've set up the transitor here. The crazy engineer said the power distribution station is heavily shielded. What kind of radiation? Should I know? I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor, not an engineer. The blue flashes are still happening anyways. We need some way to replace that neural energy. Jumpstart their brain somehow. Yep, like reinforcing a drained shield generator. I suppose that's one way of looking at it, but the mind is a much more complex and delicate instrument. Maybe that's key. The brain might be able to restart itself, if stimulated correctly. Give it the energy it needs, and then a stimulus to make it spread throughout the nervous system. I'll need to know how much neural energy the survivors have so that we can figure out how much they've lost. Then we'll need to apply cortical stimulators at the correct frequency. It's no panacea, but it may save the lives of the crew. Saving the lives is important to make sure that everything turns out the way it should. Come on, grab a tricorder and start checking the neural energy in some of these survivors. Take note of your readings. We're going to have to calculate the difference between a healthy mind and determine the right frequency to stimulate the brain. A normal human neuron has a resting potential of negative 70 millivolts. Once you have some readings, we'll calibrate a cortical stimulator and try to revive some of these people. Oops. Whoops. I didn't mean to talk to Dr. McCoy. I wanted to take something out of the deal. Alright, scan neuron resting potential. Neuron resting potential is reading at negative 60 millivolts. Normal human neuron resting potential, negative 70 millivolts. Interior neuron sodium ion levels elevated. Sodium potassium gates damaged. Sodium potassium gates damaged by forcible ion movement. Likely cause sudden change in neural voltage. Predicted results: hallucinations, loss of motor function, nervous system damage. And gotta go over here to help scan this one. Scan, okay. Neuron resting potential reading negative 58 millivolts. Normal human neuron resting potential negative 70 millivolts. Exterior potassium levels elevated. Neurons limited to plus 15 MV active potential. Normal human active potential plus 30 MV. Sodium potassium ions depleted. Some neurons incapable of electrical response. Likely cause: sudden change in neural voltage. Predicted results: fatigue, blurred vision, dulled senses, loss of automatic functions. Alright. View findings. Yeah, I know those two, but... Alright. $70 plus 30. Now this is the... Alright. Alright. Rice contains positive charged sodium's exterior. Sodium. No changes. Interior and exterior. Okay. So, negative 70 plus 30. External. I think. If it's not, it's going to be the other one. No, but it's the other one. 30. There we go. There we go. And while he's taking that to the station commander, I gotta go down here. Gotta go down here and yeah, this might be a good chance to find that induction coil, which I think is going to be in here. Integrate the subspace field emitter to. Okay, so I actually have to be back in here. Putting this in here. It's working, sir. The emitter has adjusted the active scanners for the station. What do you make of these readings? Imaging shows the station is becoming suffused with Trilec radiation. The radiation is coming from Driffin's comet. The comet itself has emitted massive amounts of Trilec energy. The Davidians must realize that it's a natural source of the energy, and they're using it as an easy way to shift in sync with us. It's like riding behind the wake of a ship in the water. But that's not all they're doing, sir. They're harnessing the Trilec energy and infusing it with chronoton particles. With that, they could have enough energy to move the entire station out of phase. Maybe even the entire sector. We have to stop them. The comet is a key, sir. But we can't do anything about the comet without the ship. And I don't think a 23rd century vessel is going to do the job. With this information, it's clear that we have to find some way to destroy Driffin's comet, sir. We can use one of the auxiliary reactors in sync with the subspace emitter that we hooked up to the station in order to make a temporary portal that will take us back to our time. Once we make it back, we'll have to report a way to bring the ship. Once we make it back, we'll have to report in and find a way to bring a ship back with us to destroy the comet. And no, yeah. No. There we go. Yeah, switch back to the weapon that we actually brought along to use against the Davidians. We have another problem. We've absorbed so much Trilec radiation at this point that traveling through a gate again could cause radiation poisoning. Normally we just use hydrolinolene to flush it out, but our medical supplies aren't protected against phase shifting. Our hydrolinolene supply is probably already irradiated. It isn't some sort of problem that comes up frequently. We need large doses of hydrolinolene to chelate the existent Trilec radiation and protect us for the transition back through the portal. There's one person who can probably get it for us. So we gotta go back and talk to Dr. McCoy again. And I'm walking in the hallway. Or walking in the... Let's talk to Dr. McCoy. Something else you need? Actually, I have a friend who took a little too much Trilec radiation and could use some hydroline. Friend, eh? With all the radiation flares that the station's experiencing, we're probably going to be a little short on hydroline ourselves. Maybe could spare a hypo, but if your friend is getting radiation, he or she's on the station already. I need a double dose to chelate a significant amount of Trilec radiation. You should never lie to your doctor or your bartender. That much radiation means you experience something close to the epicenter, like fooling around with Trilec waves. You don't need green blood and pointy ears to know that is a bad idea. But when the people on the station really needed it, you came through. I appreciate that. I think I can spare a few doses. Just don't let the station's captain hear about it. Look, I'm not sure who you are or where you came from, but I'm not one to look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm just an old country doctor, but I know better than to ask too many questions about a little unexpected help. You probably shouldn't loiter around here too much longer, or the people would start to ask questions, and I'm going to put those cortical stimulators to good use. Thanks. You saved a lot of lives today. We can take the portal back to our own time whenever you're ready.
So Driffin's comet is the source of the Trilec radiation. That explains a lot. However, we cannot simply destroy it in our time. The Davidians have the means to go back to the 23rd century and harness its energy there. However, that will be their only other chance. Before that, there's no Drozana station, so there's no place that will be close enough to the comet's trajectory to be of use to them. The only logical solution is to alter the past. Destroy the comet there, and save the Federation. As it happens, I have access to a way to transport your ship back to the 23rd century. It's risky, but I think the odds are in your favor. And if they aren't, there's always time for another try. I'll make the arrangements. Stay in touch. Drake out. Until
Congratulations,
next time.
Commander.
Woo! Level 25. We've determined that the Vidians are using the Trilek energy of Driffin's comet to ease their entry into their phase variance. That is the cause of all the incidents in the neutral zone. But it's worse than that. It's possible that given the amount of Trilek and temporal energy in the comet, the Davidians will be able to destabilize the area of space surrounding the comet enough that they'll be able to pull it and everything into their phase variance. In essence, they're trying to steal an entire sector. The resulting effects to the surrounding space would make the destruction of Romulus look like the popping of a party favor. The only thing we can do to stop it is destroy the comet before the Davidians could use it. It's not enough to do it in the present, because the Davidians will still have access in the 23rd century when the comet moves past the Drazona station. We have to destroy it there. You'll need your ship this time, so you can't use the Davidian portal on the station. I can help you get to the past, but you'll need to follow my instructions precisely. Good luck. And with that,
Until next time.
I'm going to accept that. No, I'm not going to beam out because I don't want to. But yeah, I'm going to end it here because I'm close to. I've gone past an hour, about like an hour and 20 minutes. So yeah, when we come back on this character, we'll be taking our ship back to the past, which is actually kind of funny because the ship on this particular character looks like a 23rd century ship. Anyways, I'm done for right now. I'm done for tonight. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.